Hello, and welcome back to another interesting episode of Talk and Tango. This is where conversations sway to the rhythm of ideas. I am Ihanyi, the Radio Duke, and this is me welcoming you once again to another interesting episode. Thank you so much for liking our page, thank you for the conversations, and thank you so much for the engagement on our page. I'm not alone in the studio. I have a VIP right here in the studio who I'd like to introduce to you. And I'm talking about one who is the country director, Nairami Limited, as well as the chief consultant at Stanley Consult. I'm talking about Mr. Stanley. You're welcome, Mr. Stanley.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show.
Feels good to have you around here.
Thank you.
So everywhere's already smelling money, money, money. Thank you so much for coming around.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, and of course, as usual, I have my own Mr. Les.
I was about to just the double should go for the man that has a naira to his name.
Because when they carry hair, where they carry.
So let's not go.
I didn't complete the
Let's
sentence.
not
That's
go.
what I
Let's
did.
not go.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Les, for coming around.
Thank you for always having me around. So today's topic. let me adjust myself and talk about this topic. Today's topic, I think, our topic today is something that most youths, probably some adults too, find conflicting.
Okay.
They conflict it, and when they do, they don't know which is which.
Okay.
And I was first of all start by dropping a background story. I tell people a lot that
All right.
passion is not enough to make money.
Okay.
You get, it's not enough to make money. So that's my own advice when I see young people like me, because I'm a young man. When I see young people like me, I tell them passion is not enough to make money. You should build structures. So with that aside, we are talking about purpose and passion. How to structure your passion to maximize profits
Okay.
to your business.
Okay.
Now let's not just limit it to business.
Okay.
How to maximize your passion and purpose to maximize profits, because
Okay.
every human being in life wants to do what they can do to make money, to sustain themselves, to put food on their table. So we are looking at how can you convert your passion into something that will be profitable. So before we go into that, I want to ask you,
Okay.
what does passion mean to you,
Okay.
first of all?
All
And
right.
how would you be able to differentiate passion from purpose?
Yes.
Is there any difference between the both of them?
Yes. I think it's a lot good. We do that differentiation because oftentimes we confuse passion and purpose,
Okay.
or we use it interchangeably, right? So we think this is the same, but it's not. So purpose has to do with the intention or the meaning behind doing something, right? The intention or the meaning, predetermined intention or meaning behind doing something. Why passion is a strong emotion, right? A strong emotion, an energy, a high energy, you have in doing something. Do you get it? Now, passion is emotional.
Okay.
Why purpose is logical? Do you understand? Yeah, passion is emotional. It's a feeling. Passion is a feeling. It's a strong feeling you have towards doing something. Why purpose is logical? Purpose gives direction, and then why passion is the motivation behind what you do.
The fuel.
Yeah, the fuel, the energy that drives you in what you do. Do you understand? It's okay. We create that distinction. So talking about as how it applies to business, just like you said when you are starting up, passion is not enough, right? So passion, when not aligned with your purpose, will lead you nowhere. So you just have a lot of energy trying to do something that is leading nowhere. So I think it's best when we try to complement passion and purpose.
Okay.
That
So,
means
Okay.
both needs a sort of alignment to be able to work.
Yes. The best work together is more effective when they work together. So how do I mean?
Okay.
You might have a purpose, right? And if you don't have the passion to drive it, so your purpose might not get anywhere. And at the same time, you might be passionate, but if it is not aligned to purpose, which is a direction, you understand? So you might find your way, going easy hazard. Do you get it now?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, coming from someone that I've known for a period of time, I've known you as a the same way we have a serial killer. That's how I know you as a serial entrepreneur. I know you've run so many businesses,
Yes.
and I can hit my chest to say that you're passionate about business.
Yes.
You're passionate about entrepreneurship
Yes.
because you don't even need to tell me. I've seen it countless times.
You're right.
So I'd like to know, at what point do you realize that your passion could be your source of income, could be a source for you to make profits?
Okay, so I studied accounting in school to start with as a profession. And then when I was out of school, I found out that my passion, was tilting towards some other thing, which is entrepreneurship, and then IT, that's tech. So, and then having worked for so many organizations right from my school years, I began to find out so many things that they were not doing well.
Okay.
You understand? So I run a consulting firm today. You understand? So that is where I floated my consulting firm. What is it there to do? To provide, business support, to provide business development support to startups and MSMEs. Do you understand? So because over the times I worked with several organizations, I found out there's a lot of things that weren't done well. From what we are taught to school, from my research, and I'm from traveling around. You understand? So the issue of workers' motivation will usually arise. The issue of businesses, startup businesses, not having the requisite assistance they need. You understand, to be able to grow their business, to be able to have some foundations. So you see people who have just an idea and doesn't know how to turn it to a successful product. So they are floating. So there is nowhere they should run to. So I found out that this is a need to have for businesses, especially in my city. So that was when I now started getting into supporting a lot of businesses. Then I also got involved, not just supporting business, I got involved in doing so many businesses for some of my friends, for some of my clients. You understand? So that is when I fell in love with businesses, trying to help businesses grow, especially those of them who just come in with an idea and sort of confused. And then I said, okay, let's come in, by floating Stanley Consulting to provide the needed support they need to thrive in their business.
Okay, that's very interesting. But now, you said support. When you say support, my mind keeps going to something. Support, for me, is more like you are doing a pro bono. But I want to believe that you're not doing a pro bono.
Yes.
So was there a moment that you decided that this is your passion, you're going to turn it to a full-time business?
Definitely.
Where you're going to make money from it? Like,
Yes.
was there a point in time, what was that event that made you say, okay, from now on, this thing that I'm passionate about, I'm going to make it a full-time business, and I'm going to charge for it, and I'm going to make profit out of it?
Yes. So while we talk about passion, let's also not forget about the purpose, because
Yes,
it is the beyond profit. Purpose is why every other person does business. In fact, as a matter of fact, if you do business for the soul of profit making, you are not in business. You are just a hustler. Do you understand?
That's the punchline.
Yes. Beyond profit making, purpose. Your purpose talks more about what solution do you want to solve, and then how do you want to uniquely solve that solution different from other players. When we do business trainings, in our various business boot camps that we do, we tell startups that making profit shouldn't be your sole aim of doing business, because if that is the case, you will be confused and you might be out of business. So for instance, you see someone, recharge card business is trending and it's profitable, you do recharge card. POS comes out, you leave recharge card, you join POS, and then tomorrow you hear that shawarma joint is giving money, you leave that. Do you understand? So that person is just there to make profit. So he is not really achieving anything, he's just there for himself. So the person might be passionate about business, you understand, but doesn't have purpose for business. So let me put it in perspective. Passion is selfish, you understand, why purpose most of the time, or if not all of the time, is what you do for humanity. Do you understand? Passion is always what you do for yourself. It's selfish. So when you are purposeful about something, always check it. It's something that have to do with helping other people solve their challenge, solve solutions. Do you understand it now?
Yes.
So talking about my passion and my business. So definitely. So we started by pro bono businesses. You understand? We started because as a startup, sometimes people don't look your way because you still don't have integrity yet. So over the years, you know you need to have traction if you are looking for investment. Do you understand? So they will ask you, or if you are looking to attract investors to your business, they want to know what traction do you have, how many people are using your product already. You understand? So what grants do you have already? So in order to do that, you need to start helping business as a volunteer, involved in their business, do stuff for them. So that was how we started, and that was how we were able to get, social, some sort of social capital,
Social
where people can now say, okay, you can do it. But if you come up as a newbie and you are placing a charge, people may not really look your way because you've not done something for them. Do you understand? So
Yes.
they've not seen your work or your service done anywhere. So they might be reserved. But when you are able to volunteer and do some stuff for free, is a hook sort of.
Yeah.
So you get them.
Volunteering
Yeah.
intentionally.
So those people will now make referrals for you. So we started off as pro bono, and then before we now started charging, and it's paying us really good,
Well,
today.
well, there's one very important question I feel
Okay.
like asking right now, which is even one of the most vital top 5 questions, which is how do you manage loss in business?
Yes. So loss in business most of the time is inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sometimes those loss helps you launch out stronger and bigger. But in as much as most of the time is inevitable, why I say it's inevitable, Nigeria unfortunately doesn't have an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. And when you are not able to decipher that, to be able to put a system in place to be able to checkmate it, you keep running, on losses. That's why you see so many businesses come up and go because
All of a sudden,
there's no enabling business. So which cuts across a lot of things, government policies, natural disasters, and a whole lot of other things. So what you do is to put a system on ground. You need to consult very widely. Do you understand? You need to understand your environment. So let's bring back purpose as to why you can help mitigate losses in your business. So now, when you are purposeful about it, it will help you set your business goal. You know your target audience. You know what you want to offer. You ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave? You understand? And then, who are my target audience? You understand? What solution am I solving, and how am I solving it uniquely? Because sometimes people start business out of excitement, out of passion. Do you understand? So that industry you are going to, there are other players there. You understand? So if you are going to play the same way they are playing, that means you really may not make a headway. So you exit for some few years, or months, and die. But when you're able to align your purpose, like I am getting into this industry, I am solving this solution. Now, how do I solve these solutions uniquely, innovatively? Do you understand? Is there any gap that exists, and how can I fill that gap? So that could be your niche, that could be your value proposition, for that industry you are playing with. So that way you can find out that you'll be able to mitigate, loss. For instance, there is no business you want to do today that you don't have the big guys that are already into the industry.
That's true.
For instance, you want to do fintech now, payment gateway. So you have Flutterwave, you have all of the big guys. Do you understand? But I've also discovered for every big organizations that exist, there are gaps, no matter how huge they are. Do you understand? There are gaps. So you need to sit down, do your strategy very well with your team. You understand? And then when you strike, you strike hard, and you strike to meet your target. You understand? So the way to mitigate losses in a nutshell is to do your strategy very well. Know what you are there to achieve. Every market is not your market, and every customer is not your customer. And then you need to see how you can offer your solutions uniquely and innovatively, different from what other players are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I saw you launch Nairami, I've been seeing posts about it. So now, what is Nairami all about?
Okay.
What bettered it?
All right. So Nairami Nigeria, or Nairami Africa, is a business I do with my boss, and then it was launched as a payment gateway. You understand? Way back 2019, 2020, in order to reduce the hassles and hurdles of transactions, online transactions, the troubles and a whole lot of, bureaucracy that is associated with our commercial institutions. So it was there to mitigate those challenges. Do you understand? So, but then we started pivoting when, just like I said, Nigeria, there's no ease of doing business. There's a lot of policies, that can strangle your business. So we started pivoting. So we started doing ride hailing, where you can book for a ride with your phone, We started doing logistics. You understand? You can you want to do delivery, so you can just use your app and state your location, and then you do delivery. And then currently in our chains of services, we are now offering a workspace, an innovative co-workspace, for people. You are a freelancer, you are a bootstrapper, or you're a business person. You don't have an office, but you are looking for where to stay and do your bidding. You do your business stuff. So you just come in with your laptop or with your office tool. So we offer you a very beautiful, innovative office space to work with. So that's what Nairami is all about. Fintech, registered at the fintech, then pivoted to ride-hailing services and logistics, and then a co-workspace.
Okay, so that means is out of your purpose to solve human needs that bettered all of this.
Out of the purpose to serve businesses, to bring the needed support for businesses, startup businesses. That is, the reason for all of these, business ideas.
That's interesting, but are profits coming?
Why not? If promises are not coming, we wouldn't be in business. We are making profit, but then profit is not our watchword.
But regardless to say, in as much as you're in business to provide solutions,
yes,
you need to make profits.
Definitely.
To remain in business.
So let me balance it. So the thing there, once you are solving a solution that is unique, do you understand?
Yes.
That is unique, definitely profit will come. But we are not placing our mind on profit making, because if it was what was driving us, when we had a little shake, when we initially registered as a fintech, we would have closed up. You understand? Would have closed up. But because we are sure about what we want to do, that's when we started pivoting. That's where we started looking, sideways. How do we, enable startups and businesses to thrive? So that's when we started pivoting and bringing this. Is it bringing profit? Yes, definitely it's bringing profit. But is profit our watchword? No. But then at the end of the day, it's bringing profit, and we are happy.
Now, the question I want to ask is this: just before we wrap it up,
okay,
is business for everyone? Because this is what I'm saying.
I see yourself as a case study.
So everybody is complaining about the situation of things in the country, and now you're seeing that they say one source of income is not enough. If you're a salary earner, you have to diversify and all of that. Now everybody wants to do. Now people are selling recharge cards online, and and they're now I'm a business. Now I don't know. There are some people. Is business generally for everybody? Can everybody do business?
Okay, so now I don't know how to answer this question, but can everybody do business? Yes, everybody can do business.
They have potential.
Yes, you have the potential to do business. Of course, there are very many businesses you can do,
yes.
And then social media have even made it more possible, for you to even do it at the comfort of your zone. But should everybody do business? Can everybody do business? Yes. But should everybody do business? Not necessarily. Do you understand? Not necessarily. So some people are better off, being good employees.
Okay.
Do you understand? When this influx of entrepreneurship started, people wanted to just leave their job to answer a CEO. You understand? To have one or two things they are doing to answer a CEO and all of that.
Even when you've not employed any labor yet,
yes.
CEO.
Do you understand? So, and sometimes most of those people, they don't even have the experience. They don't even have understanding of business. Just like I pointed out initially, being a business person and being an entrepreneur is two different things.
Wow.
You understand? A business person is there to make money. So anything that can give him money, you understand? Anything that he can buy 10 naira and sell for 20 naira and makes money. So he does business. So entrepreneurship and business, they are different things. Everybody can do business. So let me put it this way. Everybody can do business, but not everybody can be an entrepreneur. Run successful businesses that are built on systems and structures, goals dedicated to achieving profiling solutions. Do you understand?
Yes.
So anybody can do business. Anybody can buy 200 naira and sell for 400 naira. That is business. That is business. Doing business. But not everybody can run entrepreneur. Can be an entrepreneurship where your focus is to profile a solution. Do you understand?
Solve
So,
the problem.
and solve problem. I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay.
But I
think
need
it's
to
clear
come from another angle when we
Okay.
talk about passion and purpose.
Okay.
And the angle I want to come from is from the angle of a creative.
Okay.
Gets from the angle of a creative. When I talk about creative, I mean those who are into the music industry, those who are dancers, those who are actors, and all of that. Most times you hear them say, "I'm passionate about dancing. I'm passionate about singing. I love singing. I feel fulfilled when I'm singing." Then let's say it's their passion. Let's say it's their purpose. Their purpose is to feel fulfilled while singing, or that, all of that. So how can they translate or transform or transcend this their passion into a profit making venture?
Okay. So, first of all, let me say if you don't have a purpose, your passion can lead you to getting to know your purpose. You understand? And then, because it's also always very important, we align the two of them. Just like I started. So when you just have passion and there are no purpose, so you might just waste your energy, doing some sort of stuff. But when you align it with a purpose, it gives you direction. So that way you make a headway. So when you find out you are passionate, talking about creatives and a lot of passions that revolves around what they do. Yes, so you have a passion that you have found it over time. You continue to do something, consistently over the period of time. So you can structure it and structure a meaning, around it. Do you understand? And then from then, if it is solving a problem, let's not forget about that. If it is solving a problem, if it is influencing change, if it is bringing meaningful impact, do you understand? Definitely you will get reward out of it. People will pay you. So that's when you now start, getting a system around, around it, getting a
The system now is where at the point where you
Yeah.
now start putting
where you can now start
business.
defining your
Rationalizing
client,
it.
you understand, and then monetize it, you understand, and then you start getting some form of from some of reward. And also know that so when we talk about profit, it shouldn't just be around financial
Finance,
profit.
okay.
There's a whole lot of benefit and profit that can accrue to a passionate business person. You understand? So let's not just tie it around
Finance.
financial profit.
Financial
You understand?
wise.
So some people find fulfillment in a lot of things.
Okay.
Do you understand? So
Many of
different
them,
people,
customer satisfaction.
the
you know,
customer satisfaction that businesses are thriving and are going well because of you. There's a business, but just to say, I've not seen any successful business, that is not making profit. Do you understand? That is not
yes.
making profit.
It's not
But
a different solution.
yes, but for most people, their fulfillment doesn't really come from the profit making. You understand?
Okay.
So that it does not, we don't tie around profit and benefit just to finance.
But imagine
That is that's important.
Imagine your reason for being a business is to put smile on people's face. After putting smile on people's face, you go with an empty pocket. You end up going home frowning.
Yeah.
So he's losing out.
So you make money, you understand, for doing good businesses. You understand? You definitely make money for doing good businesses. My emphasis on not having that as a focal point is that you'll be disappointed.
Yeah, many of the time.
You understand? Many of the times.
Okay.
We can see how many countries today in Nigeria, that have gone moribund, that have closed up.
Let's say, okay,
Do you
let's say,
understand?
in as
Because
much
of
as
every
you're
problem.
doing your purpose,
Yeah.
just not you're in business and you should make profit.
So I'm not saying
Yes,
I'm not
you
saying you
should
should
leave
do
one.
3 businesses,
Okay.
or you shouldn't tie your businesses around making profit.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes,
So let me
but
bring that balance.
That's what I want to hear.
You understand?
So will not say to Mr.
Very-
Stanley.
Definitely.
Mr. Stanley said, imagine someone who is selling buns, for example, on the streets now.
Oh.
Now what it would cost her to make a buns that will make people smile
frying oil
is
and
450 naira, and she goes and sells it 500 or 470. At the end of the day, she makes her customers smile and she goes on with little or nothing.
Okay,
So
maybe a better way I should put it is that if your focus is on, so even the illustration you use, even the person that is selling board, if her focus is beyond profit making. Do you understand? If her focus, if her value proposition,
Yes.
you understand, is beyond making profit, you understand, you find out that that business gets to last longer and is more successful than the person the focus is making profit. For instance, if you want to make profit, if your focus is making profit, you can do a lot of things to make profit. You can cut corners. There may not be no standard, no quality.
Okay.
You understand? So you just
Yes.
want to cut corners, do something very smart to make profit, and you will make profit. But then, looking at a long-lasting impact, a legacy. Do you understand? So just in a little time, people will find out that you don't have quality, you don't have any standard. You understand? And they may look away, they will look other way. But then, have you made an immediate benefit? You have made that immediate benefit. But the person who is giving to, I want to offer quality bonds. Do you understand? Healthy bonds. When people eat it, they become healthy. Do you understand? So you find out that person remains in business more, and then has more money, makes more profit than this other person that just want to cut corners, to take his balance out of his cost price, and then so that's
so
just
many
it.
questions, but
Let's
let me
go.
just
Okay,
wrap it up.
okay.
What if that's your purposeful business now? What if it fails? Because businesses fail.
Yes.
Maybe you're so certain about this thing, you have so much purpose about this is your purpose for running this business, and at the end of the day, that business that even with all your purpose for it, the business now fails. What are you going to do? And how sure or certain are you that the business is even going to work before you even start up in the first place?
Okay. So mm, failure is beneficial.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
We need to come to that understanding that failure is beneficial. It might be hard for some people to understand, maybe
Yes.
from where they
For
are.
amateur minds.
But yeah, but from where I am, you understand, sometimes I look back and say thank you that I failed in so and so place.
Okay.
And then talking about business, my pastor will say that business is war. You understand? Yeah, business is war. You understand? So business is war. So does businesses fail? Businesses do fail. You understand? Of course, we know the very many great inventors, that failed severally before they can be able to come up, with something that is, benefiting the whole world today. So businesses fail. So what distinguishes an entrepreneur from a business person? A business person, when he fails the first time, he stands up and dusts himself and look the other way. But an entrepreneur will continue to know, why did I fail? So failure just means that there are some things you need to do right that you didn't do right. So you need to look around, go back to the drawing board again, know where you didn't get it right, and launch again. You understand? So if your business fails, just look around where you didn't get it well. Do you understand? And then reinvent yourself and relaunch. So businesses fails, and business and failure is beneficial. But when you fail, it doesn't mean that you should pack up. It just means that you should re-strategize, reinvent, and launch back. And eventually, you will hit at what you're looking at and make progress.
All
That's
right.
very nice.
I think we're almost done. But just before we call it a wrap, I mean, your final words on this episode. What's your advice to the younger ones? Well, generally, people who are yet to be business owners that want to start a business. What's the primary advice you give them before they kick off?
Wow. So, um, don't just do business because you want to make profit. I keep saying that,
Okay.
right? So, design your business around solving a solution. Do you understand?
Yes.
Solving a solution. What is the challenge that exists? How do I get it solved? Let it not be, let it not be around profit making. When you solve a solution and solve it very uniquely, do you understand? Profit will come. And then find a way to solve a problem for a great number of people. You understand? Find a way to solve a problem, bring a solution to a greater number of people.
Okay.
That is when you become successful. That's my little sense on startups and business.
All right. I'm very curious about something. You
Okay.
mentioned something about Naira Me. I don't know, I'm so curious about that. Because I've been seeing it, and I say when I see in person, I'll ask. He said that Naira Me you have spaces where you rent out for businesses.
Yes.
So, in case someone wants to inquire, someone wants to know what sort of businesses do you give out? What's the package like? For someone that wants to say, okay, yes, I run a business, I'll need a space to do whatever I want to do, and I had Naira offers such spaces.
Co-workspace.
Yes. So what kind of services do Naira offer in that aspect?
Okay, so our co-workspace are for freelancers, like I said.
Okay, freelancers.
Bootstrappers, people who have just started a business and doesn't know have a where to call for a takeoff point. You understand? And then business persons, you are looking for a place to work with your laptop, a cool camp place, that can give you the inspiration, you need to ideate on your business.
Writers,
You
graphic
understand?
designers,
Writers, graphic designers,
those tech
researchers,
people,
developers. Do you understand? We also have space for corporate training. You understand? You want to do a training for your staff. You want to do recruitment. You're looking for a space to do training. Recently we had some real estate people come use the space to do a training. We have also had a number of people that are doing training and rotation for their newly employed staff. So they use the space, and then we have a lot of, just like you mentioned, graphic designers, developers. They come in, they use the space. So these are the places we have for single use. We have package for single use. We have package for corporate use.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Stanley,
you.
for making out time
Thank you.
to be here with us. You've been you've been listening to, or you've been listening and watching Mr. Stanley, Country Director, Nairami Limited, and Chief Consultant at Stanley Consults. Dear listener, as I say, I don't know, I today use that dear listener because I feel that I read the word.
So let's take it again. Let's take it again.
So let's take that place. Continuity, action.
All right, viewers, you've been hearing the voice and seeing. Now, which kind of sound is talk? The hear the voice. Okay, no worry. Last thing.
Take three, conclusion, action.
All right, I've been right here in the building with Mr. Stanley, Country Director, Naira Limited, and Chief Consultant at Stanley Consults. Put down what you think about owning a business, starting up a business, and everything you were able to learn right there in the comment box session. Please like, follow, and subscribe. We are always right here. On behalf of my brother, Mr. Lance,
My humbled self. I say peace.
all right, I am Ihai the Radio Duke, and we're saying thank you so much for being part of this
Thank you.
episode. Do well to make sure that you don't miss out in the next episode. Remember, it is
What
Talk
it is.
and Tango. See you. Ciao.